the maximum height for a Midlander here. It's not that, it's just here aren't particularly tall. I thought I hadn't made him my actual height. But as it turns out, 5'11" is the actual max height for a Midlander here, and is also my height. Five eleven's not short. Right, so how am I supposed to get these rewards if I've already done the quest? Because I found the guy. Okay, does that mean... I mean, you could just temporarily muted your game audio. Like, in OBS, you could just toggled it off. Just make sure you've got plenty of space in your inventory for... Good. So that little LFL that I talked to a minute ago was where the actual quest is. But I've already done that 3 years ago. This is where the vendor is, so I can get the Framers kit. And we already have that. Cool. And now we have the Framers kit and can never have to look at this content again. Yay! Let's pop chat out so that I still have access to my soundboard. There we go. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. And I will provide some... Okie dokie. So we are going direct for Windhurst, and then we'll maybe see about getting roulettes and bits like that done. Oof. 10 minutes. With a tank. That's it's a spicy meatball. I would hope. Might be because we're so close to 4 o'clock. No, we're after 4 o'clock. This clock keeps defaulting to server time. I don't want on server time. I want on local and Eorzean time. Qfish! One, two, three, let's go! 10,000 MGP in the bank. Unfortunately, Make It Rain's finished, so it is only 10,000. But you know, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. Hey, chat. I wonder if this person puts themselves before the horse. Yeah. Okay. Next on the agenda, whilst we painfully queue. Actually, let's have a look. Because I've queued as a tank. What's actually in need for? No, actually, alliance rates. It's DPS in need. I'm gonna say as a tank, but if it had been healer, I would have swapped the healer. I know people are still fighting Big Clown Man, and so that's probably taking up a lot of people's time. The current ultimate raid, but yeah, I've noticed this week it's just been hard to get into raids. And bear in mind, I've been exercising my fast queue privileges. Let's have a look at what time is it? Local time. So I've got 1 minute before the next gate starts, and I would like to know what it is. There she is. Oh, it's going to be Air Force One, and we can't queue for it because we're already queuing for a thing. Oh well. Yeah, so do I. That's a terrible punch. Punch better, Athred. Okay, I mean, that was better, but not. Much better. Might as well fill out my challenge log for the week. Punishing. Like my jokes. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Yep. Do, 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 do. You know what this game could really do with? Yeah, Blitzball. I'm really hoping they've said that it won't be, because they've already said the 2 new jobs that are coming are jobs that have never been seen in Final Fantasy before. So they're brand new. I was really hoping one of them would be a ranged Blitzball character. You know, Waka. I know. I know, and they should cater to me. And that's one more person that we need to form a team. If we can convert another 4 people, then we can actually have a Blitzball game. No, I wouldn't have thought you did. All of the bait. Hmm? Our snacks today on this ungodly warm day are some delicious cold blueberries, by the way. I've got them again. Ah, yes. Snob. Hmm. I'm a lot more forgiving. I'm a lot more forgiving because people might not have heard it pronounced. I went for years because I read the Animorph books when I was in school, and I went for years. I went for years calling the character Tobias. Yep, I had never seen it written down before, and I had never heard it pronounced. Oh God, no! I was in like year 7. Like, no, it wasn't even that. It would have been year 6 when we were reading to read when we during English, reading comprehension. Part of that was read to the teacher. Um, well, here's the thing. Ah, right. Well, this wasn't this wasn't like projects or anything. This was essentially the teacher still trying to teach like 8 and 9 year olds to read at an adult level. Um, which I already did. I've read, not to brag, but I've read at an adult level since I was about 4 years old. Uh, I didn't go to nursery, or as our American friends would call it, kindergarten. Didn't go to that. Couldn't, um, because my father was a caretaker of a school, a middle school. We well, not quite. Yeah, and over here, when you are the caretaker of a school, traditionally the school provides you with housing on site, and these are usually quite nice homes, to be honest. It's part of the compensation package. The downside is if you ever leave your job, you are expected to move. But but where he lived, where he lived was outside of the catchment area for where my folks wanted me to go to school. So I spent my formative years with my grandmother and my grandfather. And my grandmother insisted on teaching me how to read and write and do mathematics before I even went to school. So, with the exception of a few words like Tobias, um, yeah, I've always read at an adult level. These things never like actually applied to me, but it is disturbing how many when I was in high school, how many of my classmates could not read fluently. Have Have you pressed go? You could. Mm. Hmm.